During schedule planning, in addition to the schedule management plan, several important documents are created which are ultimately used to create the project schedule. The schedule planning documents are the activity list, activity attributes, the milestone list, and the project schedule network diagram. Defining activities is one of the first processes in developing the schedule. The work breakdown structure, or WBS, is used here. The WBS was created when planning scope. Taking the work packages from the WBS, we further decompose this work into activities. It is helpful to keep in mind that work packages in the WBS are nouns that answer the question of what work needs to be completed, while the activities are verbs which answer the question of how the work will be completed. In our help desk example, floor plan design is one of our work packages. How will we accomplish this work? Two activities might be coordinating with our facilities management department and meeting with our furniture vendor. Our activity list is an important document that will help us through the processes of developing our schedule. Activity attributes describe the requirements or limitations on specific activities. They can include activity and WBS ID, activity descriptions, predecessor and successor information, logical relationships and lead or lag time, resource requirements, and geographic area. For example, if the person assigned to train new help desk personnel can only work 5 days per week, the duration estimate for the training activity needs to take this into account. If we know that we cannot logically train personnel until we hire them, we would include this dependency as well. Milestones are significant points in the WBS. The project manager often uses these to signify the start or end of a sub-deliverable, deliverable, or phase. As part of defining activities, the project manager establishes milestones based on information in the schedule management plan and scope baseline. If an outcome is essential, you establish a mandatory milestone, but if it's just preferred, you can make it optional. For instance, in a project to create a new centralized help desk, a mandatory milestone is the customer requirement that they must approve the floor plan design before any construction can begin. An optional milestone is the point when team members compare project performance to the plan on a monthly basis. This has saved you time and money in past projects, so you would like to see it done in this one, but it's not critical. After defining the activities, creating the activity list, and deciding where you want milestones on the WBS, you record them in a milestone list. Here, you give them an ID number for tracking purposes and state the associated activity, the events they trigger, and the expected date. Milestones are sometimes called zero-duration events because they are critical points in the project's schedule, not activities in themselves, and don't have durations. The ultimate document created during schedule planning is the project schedule network diagram. This diagram allows you to plot the project activities in a chronological order that considers the durations and dependencies that were determined during the earlier schedule planning processes. This diagram will also allow you to determine the critical path, which is the longest duration of any path in the network, and how long you will need at a minimum to complete the project. In our help desk project, we have determined that activities B, C, D, and E are not dependent on one another and can be performed simultaneously, which creates efficiency. We have also determined that we can quote 19 weeks as the overall duration of our project.